If it's true that truth doesn't have a path, then how do we reach it? With a clear mind and love in your heart, strip yourself bit by bit of all the labels, beliefs, tags you must depart. Truth will enter without any invitation, as swift as the wind and unbeknown, not when you are watching for its formation, as sudden as sunlight or as a bird that's flown. But heart must be full and the mind empty of creation. Renew Rakasia, aka Tranquil Queen. Welcome to Maker's Magic, where we help you figure out how to best heal, grow, develop, and follow your path with the truest intention to you. We don't tell you how to do that. We just provide guidance and wisdom on that. As always, oracle readings and tarot readings are an interpretation of energy, and they are not meant to be any form of legal, medical, sociological advice, psychological even advice. They are just a message, and if they resonate with you, use your own intuition to interpret that message however you will. My name is Alice Michael, and this is your reading for today. We have the Andean cross. So that's what you need to look around and like a witch stone. That's what the Andean cross is like. It's like a triangular stone. This is obviously a cross, but it has a hole in the center. If you've watched the movie Coraline, it's kind of like that, but it will be one of those things that you can point to and look through. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone here. It's turning on me. There we go. That you can look through and see past the illusions of things, see past the limiting beliefs, the doubts that you're putting in your head, the things that are stopping you from doing the thing you need to do, and just knowing the truth of it and what you need to do and how you need to do it. Like, don't doubt yourself. Look to the heart of the matter. Write it down if you have to. Make a plan, figure it out, talk about it, something. But that's the energy you're in, is really looking to the heart of the matter and looking past all the bullshit in your life. Like, come on, yo. Use your fire energy. Use your passion. Use that motivation and that drive within you. Get a little pissed off that you're not achieving it. Don't get super mad and don't like blame other people and stuff, but be like, oh, you know what? I'm frustrated in this. What am I going to do to get out of it? Okay, let's do it. Because that's what fire energy is. It's action. It's doing. Fire burns things. Like, that's what it does. It takes oxygen and oh God, the fire pyramid just popped into my head. Oxygen and carbon and heat, and turns it into a releasing of gas and a creation of carbon, right? Like, that's all you really get out of fire. But that carbon is like a base structure. You can use it for many other things. You can use charcoal for many things, right? From drawing to burning if it turns into coal. Like you can heat your home with it, even though it's a good fire starter actually, but whatever. Let's move on. Okay. That mystical shaman energy, really embracing the shamanism within you. And like, I know people are like, oh, but shaman is a word for the people in Siberia. Watch Snow Raven's interview on the Know Thyself podcast. She is a shaman from Siberia, and she's like, hey, world, just so you know, the shamans are awakening everywhere because they disappeared. And like, the shamanic path is the path that shows us the flaws and the problems in society and the things that need to be fixed, and just like how wild it can be, because we live in a wild world and we live in a wild environment, and we've disconnected from that. We've disconnected from our path, and we just need it. So it's coming. Like, hello, welcome to Maker's Magic, where I help you make your magic, because that's what a fucking shaman does. Pardon my language, but that is what a shaman does. You can do it too. Anybody can do it. You don't have to take the shamanic path. I did, but like that's just kind of happened. That was what we were supposed to do. That's why we're gender fluid. That's why we're Alice Michael. Like, hello, welcome. Welcome to a shamanic channel where you will get shamanic readings, because that is what the heck I do. And you can embrace that mystical shaman energy too, without having to go through such a tragic path and such a tragic tale, like lots of shamans do, because we get ostracized by society and bad things end up happening. And like, we have our part to play in that, but heck, the worst thing that happened into my life also became like the thing that helped me truly discover who I am and how secure I can be in myself and how secure my connection with this is and my like divine channel is. And like, God saved my life. Like, I can't say it any other way. I'd be dead right now if I didn't start having conversations with God. In like the truest sense of the word. It's all about love. Right? And that's what we have to pursue. We need to heal this idea that we have to create sacrifices in our life. This is the Mystical Shaman deck. Ideally, the Mystical Shaman came out. It is all about healing and development and connection with the earth and the symbols of life, right? Anybody knows what a sacrifice is. Whether it's some great sacrifice or it's some little sacrifice, we need to heal from the idea that we need to make sacrifices in order to achieve the things that we need and the things that we believe in. And like, you know, you don't have to be miserable to be comfortable. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. But like, people feel that way sometimes, when really we just have to love ourselves mostly. That is the ultimate beloved in our lives. The ultimate beloved in our lives is us. It doesn't matter if you have love for another person. Yeah, that's important. Yes, we need community. Yes, we need connection. But guess what? If you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to show that those people that you love them. Instead, you'll hurt them, thinking that you're loving them. But the earth teaches us what true love is, right? And true love is letting things fall off and letting things become whole and letting things grow and develop and just be. I have the expression, God is dog, which means that we're supposed to love unconditionally always. In all ways. And if we're not doing that, then we are not providing the best that we can to ourselves and to our planet and to our community and to our lives. And we're capable of that. We're able to do that. This deck is done talking. That's all we have to say on it. I'm very happy with that. We are going to tap into this Wild Mystic deck by Anastasia Catris. And this deck is gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and I love it. And it's going to show us some of the animal energies that we could be connecting with. That bear energy. We're going into winter. It is a time of rest and a time of chill. And we need to embrace that. We need to accept that. And we need to know that, well, we may have had our fall seeds that we planted. We just have to rest through it now. And we just have to let that stuff grow. And we have to let that stuff develop. And we have to let the earth go through her cycle. We're in the northern hemisphere where I'm talking. So if you are in the southern hemisphere when you see this, it's the opposite energy, right? Like, yeah, that's where you're at. That's it. It's the opposite energy. But either way, you're going to need a stillness, because as things grow, as the plant grows, we know that we have to just wait, right? The hunter, the hawk, which was the bottom energy of the deck, sits and it waits and it watches. Sometimes it doesn't catch anything, but it does its due diligence and it does its part. And then it's all about just letting it come to you and letting creation help you to create, becoming abundant in yourself. I'm going to pull out a tarot deck now. This is the Light Seer Tarot. Let's really get to the heart of you and where you're at. Reversed Four of Cups. Feeling like the emotions have run out. There's not balance. There's not some sort of stimulation. It's falling off instead of filling up. And like you can sit with your Four of Cups, I'll show you the upright, and be comfortable and know that like there's cups and there's another one coming in. Do you really want it? Right? This is maybe feeling like there's not another cup coming in. You're just sitting in the emotions that you have and making decisions over which ones are going to help you and which ones are going to hinder you, and kind of just separating those and letting them fall through and letting yourself just sort of be sure with the ones that you're going to hang on to and be cognizant of which ones you're hanging on to. We need a balance of all emotions and all energies in our life, right? We can't just ignore a cup. It'll go stagnant and it'll go sour and like it'll poison the well. You need to look in every cup and pour them out and really take action in your lives and move forward with this Knight of Wands energy into more of a creation energy and that fire energy that we drew on earlier. With that, we develop into the star. And we grow and we become true and we become whole and we become sure in ourselves because we're all stars. We don't have to take that in a sense of anything, but the fact that we even have consciousness proves that we are like as rare as a sun. Or else, maybe there'd be consciousness on another planet in our solar system. But there's not. And we haven't found another planet where we're like, yep, definitely there. Maybe. We've found some maybes. But we have no way of figuring that out. Not today. I'm sure we're trying as a society to figure that out, but not today. We don't have that information as a whole. Instead, we have to accept where our emotions are. We have to accept that we have this ability to create in our lives. And we can use that to create whatever sort of cup we want. And if a cup's really not good for you, get rid of it. If I hit a point where I think smoking is ultimately too detrimental to my health, I'll stop. I have an energy drink addiction. I really taper that. I really pay attention to other cups in my life, particularly this one, because I drink 1, 2, 3 energy drinks a day. And I'm trying to get rid of that. That's why I'm saying 1 to 3. I'm trying to cut it down to 0. But life is hard, and coping mechanisms are coping mechanisms. And we need to know which ones are ultimately costing us too much money. Both of those, I said, ultimately cost me too much money. That's why I'm tapering them down. I'm trying to get rid of them. I'm actively taking steps in my life to make sure that they don't become cups that move forward, because I don't want that to happen. I want, just like you want, the ability to manifest in my life. And to do that, I need to actively pay attention, like we need to pay attention to the planet, to what I need to do. And that's it. That's all. That's your reading. Peace, love, and unicorns. Alice Michael out.